What's up, guys? This is the Wolf of Remus Total War channel. My name is Blademaster, and I'm here with Pirro.
Hello there.
And we are on episode 3 of our beginner's tutorial for multiplayer. In the last episode, we basically picked out a Rome build, and Pirro will spend a minute explaining that in a second. But what we're going to do in this episode is I'll be taking the Arverni, and I'll be fighting Pirro, who's taken the Rome army that we've discussed and built in the last episode. So Pirro, why don't you take it from here?
Right, so with the help of Blademaster, I composed a build for Rome, and we took it to the battlefield. So what we end up choosing was 4 legionary cohorts, 2 gladiator spearmen, uh, 2 auxiliary cavalry and 2 legionary cavalry, both on both flanks, 2 on both flanks, a unit of auxiliary African elephants, 4 auxiliary Syrian archers, and then since we had some money left, we decided on taking a Vigile as well. And then we have the general.
And we also had a Eagle cohort.
Yep, we also have an Eagle cohort right here. We have an Eagle cohort as well, and a general bodyguard, the 450 variety. Okay, so
Cool.
this is the Rome
Uh,
build. You want to go over yours?
yeah, I'll just quickly go over my Arverni build. This is I had the advantage of knowing what Pirro was going to take since we built the build. So anyways, it's not really a hard counter to it, but it should do pretty decent against them. What I've got is 2 levy freemen up front, and they're basically missile fodder. I've got 4 Celtic skirmishers. I've got a heavy horse and a noble horse on my left flank, and 2 heavy horses on my right flank. Both of them are backed up with 1 spear warrior, the mid-tier spear infantry. For my melee infantry corps, I've got an Oathsworn general, 2 chosen swordsmen, another Oathsworn, and on both my flanks of my infantry corps, I've got 2 naked warriors. So yeah, that's basically it for my build. Let's see how well it does. Shall we start the video?
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So as usual, I've probably explained this in another video, but a lot of the Wolf of Remus clan members are pretty aggressive. So you can see both of us, just jumping straight ahead to the engagement. Um, but we haven't yet. It's we're getting really close, uncomfortably close to each other, without starting the engagement.
Yeah, there is not much waiting around.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, he's done. Like we said before, the Vigiles are basically missile fodder, just like my 2 levy freemen. I didn't micro well, and I moved my cavalry a bit too close, and so you can see Pirro's Syrian archers already taking pretty decent shots. They've done some HP damage to my noble horse, especially 2 pretty uninterrupted volleys. They've killed 1. But now, yeah,
No,
I've
no
moved my levy
casualties yet.
freemen up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no actually, 1 casualty from my noble. 2 casualties. Damn. So, anyways, I'm moving my levy freemen up front, just basically to absorb as much ammo as they can. They're basically just, like I said, missile fodder. Um, yeah, they're. Uh, I'm just moving them to try and intercept his cav. They
Yeah, and
won't do
you,
any damage, anyways.
yeah, and you almost did
Go
there.
ahead.
I got a bit distracted, and you almost caught my cavalry with a spear, but I managed to
Yeah,
to
I mean,
get out in time.
if you can sneak up with them and manage to get a couple, I mean, that's they've almost paid for themselves with
Yeah.
just that.
So far so
Yeah,
good.
they promptly
So
go ahead,
far
buddy.
so good for me. I mean, everything is working out pretty much.
Yep.
I mean, I'm happy with the way things are going for
You
now.
moved your legionary cohort a bit too much in front, and yeah, now you've retreated them. That's a good move.
Yeah, they
You
strayed
overextended them a bit
they
for
strayed a
yeah.
bit too far. Exactly.
Meanwhile, I just managed to catch your cavalry with my spear warriors, but they didn't do much damage. My naked warrior is just running after your guys on the left. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I managed to catch your That's one of the kind of disadvantages. I mean, auxiliary Syrian cav is they're quite. I mean, Syrian archers are very strong, but when it comes to noble cavalry, they can't really match them. And yeah, why don't you go ahead and talk about your elephants right now, Piro?
Okay, so I saw that my center was in trouble, so I charged my elephants in there, even though I saw the skirmishers, but I really didn't have much choice there. But you managed to get them to run amok, and
Yeah,
then I'm still paying for it, while
yeah,
also
that's the thing. I
trying
mean, I just
to.
basically decided to sacrifice an Oathsworn. I moved my strongest unit to try and intercept them, and they did decently well. And meanwhile, I just chose two Celtic skirmishers to just loose all their javelins at them. And that's the one thing, like we explained, they don't have. They're very susceptible to missile fire. So yeah, they managed to kill them without the elephants doing much damage.
Yeah, especially
But yeah,
the Roman kind, the Roman elephants, as we know, are the weakest kind.
yep, they are
They
the
are the
weakest kind of
easiest
elephants.
the easiest to kill. I mean, they can do
But
as much
they are the
damage.
cheapest as well.
They can do as much damage as the other as the other variety, but they are easier to kill.
Yeah. Meanwhile, your legionary cavalry managed to pull out of the engagement. We engaged our cavalry on either flank, but your guys managed to pull out and routed a couple of my skirmishers before my heavy horse got back. And over here, I just wanted to focus on the naked warriors versus basically a half strength legionary cohort. Look at how quickly they just smash them. I mean, they are supported by Celtic skirmishers, but these guys have a 20 bonus versus infantry, and you can really not mess around with them one on one. They're like the bane of enemy mid tier infantry. They're really strong versus them.
Well put. I like that comparison, that analogy.
Yeah.
So things.
Yeah, these guys have got one of my other naked warriors have got a double upgrade, a double chevron before routing, which is pretty good. So yeah, I mean the thing about barbarian battles is they always get over very quickly. It's pretty hectic and it's tough to explain exactly what's going on at all times. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's somehow my if you just looked at we'll do this later. Actually, I'll do a comparison of the melee infantry later. But yeah, we're just wrapping up the battle for now, and yeah, it's done. Let's just take a look at the unit statistics screen. Um, and Piro, just a second, I just wanted to take a moment to explain the differences between our melee builds. Um, so Pirro had four legionary cohorts and one eagle cohort. Now to counter that, I had two oathsworn and two chosen swords and two naked warriors. So right off the bat, I have a numbers advantage. Um, my oathsworn are like incredible. My general got 119 kills. All of them were legionaries, and they hardly lost any men. Chosen swords, they did okay, but they're much more of a match for legionary cohorts than my oathsworn. But as you can see, the naked warriors are basically the MVP. They 201 kills on one of them, and they're just like 580 or something like that. They're very cheap, and they're very good against mid-tier infantry on melee. You just got to protect. They're kind of like mini elephants. You just have to protect them from missile fire, but they're very good otherwise. So yeah, Piro, did you have any thoughts about the battle?
Yeah, I was going to add about the naked warriors. They're the proverbial glass cannon. If you use them right,
Yep, yep.
they are devastating. But if you somehow mismanage them or don't micro them well enough, they can die the quickest you can imagine.
And what about your archers? Do you think you got value for money from them?
Well, I think they did all right. They
Yep, me too.
didn't do very good, but it's worth mentioning that I didn't micro them the best I could, and they still got like 180 kills, all four of them combined. So I think they were a fair choice, a good choice. And if I did better job with them, they could have done much more damage than that. So yeah, they are good. They are good pick for most builds.
Yep. So I was going to mention, I didn't really notice if you put Draco in the match. Did you put Draco or did you use Draco?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Ah,
I was
yeah.
overwhelmed by the speed of the game, and I didn't manage because Draco
Yeah,
is
I
one
know
of
it
those.
it went really quickly.
Draco is one of those abilities that the auto trigger doesn't work. I put the auto
Ah,
trigger on them, and but somehow, I mean, sometimes it works, but most of the time the auto trigger for this specific ability, the Draco one, it doesn't work always.
just a quick note to the beginners out there. The auto trigger that he's talking about is you see the abilities on for each unit. You can, if you right click on the ability, it will you will see like a blue highlight around the ability, and that just means that it's auto activated, as in the AI will decide when it will use the ability. It's a very tricky thing because sometimes you don't really want to trust the AI with anything, let alone a crucial ability like Draco. And just like Pirro said, it didn't activate for him. So, yeah, that's the thing. It's a risky thing, but it could be helpful.
Okay, so any final
Yeah, so I
thoughts?
think I think that if you'd used your elephants a bit better, this game would have been over. I don't even know how but they just managed. My Oathsworn managed to just stop them. I guess because they're higher tier, they have higher mass, so it's more difficult to pass through them. Maybe that was the case. But yeah, I mean, this was a pretty fun fight. As with all barbarian battles, it got over really quickly. I hope you guys like this video and you learned something from it. And if you have any comments or anything, please feel free to let us know. Anyways, guys, we'll see you in the for episode 4. See you guys.